Hey guys, I wanted to talk about my Airsoft Smersh loadout because I see there's a little bit of lack of Smersh content on YouTube at the moment, and I wanted to add a bit of content to that in my 2 cents. Let's get started. This is going to be a new gen Smersh. You can tell by its color scheme, it's a little bit greenish gray. And there's a lot of debate on the internet of like the best Smersh or the best material. And generally people say that old gen Smershers will say pre 2014, I think. And even the older partisan harnesses are going to be higher quality, both regarding their stitching and material. But so far this has served me well, so I have no real complaints. And let's get down to it. This is also the AK version. You can tell by the AK mag pouches it comes with, and I believe that's the only difference, depending on which version you get, either be the DMR SVD version or the PKM version or light machine gun version. They'll just come with different mag pouches. You'll see as we go on this video that I added a few pouches myself to help sustain me through my Airsoft games. So the idea that I got for this Smersh in specific is mostly outdoor games, and especially at the field I play at. Some of those games can go on for an hour. I think we had an hour and a half long games before, so there's no real break. Or if you want to, you can always just walk off the field, but no one likes doing that. So yeah, let's get started. Okay. So you'll see as we go on that this is specifically set up for that field, but with some quick changes, then you can get this set up for just about any outdoor field. And I recommend these type of load-bearing belts or LB equipment to be used for outdoor specifically, just because if you're going indoor, then you're going to be wanting to reload a bit faster or probably even be a bit more mobile. So I'd recommend something like a micro rig, or even like just a plate carrier, simple plate carrier setup with some speed pouches or something. So our first thing that we come to is the first issue I ran into games lasting that long is actually ammo. So we'll see in the pouches right here that I carry for this is set up for an M4, but the same concept applies to an AK because they just fit about the same amount of mags. So on my right side, I carry 2 or 4 total in this configuration, so I can pull them out quickly. What I recommend actually is doing the old paracord trick with like a loop or something, so you can just kind of yoink it out, or even the mag pulls. But yeah, so that's this. On the other side of the same mag pouches is this side. Since this is my weak side, so I don't reload from this side, I actually just use it for mag storage. So I'd carry 3 in this configuration. You could do the same thing. You carry 3 AK-74 style mags, so the 5.45 mags, which I'll get into now actually. So I'll take these out, and this is my AK. I might talk about it later. But see, these are 5.45 mags, and I don't have a third one with me at the moment, but you can see how a third one does have room to fit, or you can stack it in like that, or the other way around. It's just a divider you remove. And for my field in specific, we have to have a kill rag. So in this, I actually just use a red t-shirt. I keep a red t-shirt in there. And let's see. There's some grenade pouches. If you carry airsoft grenades, you can use them. But for me, I just carry extra straps that the Smersh came with that I don't need. Or I've seen some people carry either, you could do pistol mag pouches here if you manage to fit a pistol on this thing. Or you could fit, what I'm going to do is probably put a Leatherman in there. On this side, I carry some mosquito lotion. Yeah. And so I also have bug spray in the butt pack. Okay. Let's get around to this side. I'll just go around the belt first. Okay. This is just the dump pouch because I like dump pouches. You can replace it with anything else probably. If I were to replace this dump pouch, I'd put another water bottle pouch on it. But yeah, I use that. This is just a radio carrier that I have my Baofeng hooked up to. Fits nicely. There's a little cutout here for the antenna. And in the Baofeng, you can actually wire to push to talk. Like kind of like, I don't want to take it out because it's kind of stuck in there, but it wires through the back here and it goes in here. And then you can just kind of lock it down and it's fine. And this push talk actually moves up onto my shoulder and it's bungee corded in. And as you can see, it's, this is, what's the company's name? Sorry. If I remember, I'll put it into like the description or something. But basically, this is my helmet. This is Team 1D with Comtac 5s. You can see how this will just drop down to my right shoulder, or left shoulder, sorry, left shoulder. And it'll just plug in, right? Okay, moving to the back. I added this just because I wanted to put, I just want to put weight on myself. Because I kind of wanted to, I like running a bit heavier. I don't want to run like super fast and stuff. Also gets a bit of training in. And I feel it puts me in some immersion, right? You don't need to run all of this stuff, right? You don't need to put all of this stuff on it. But I prefer this. So on the bottom here, I have a Russian plashplatka. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't think I did, but it's basically their poncho / rain cape / like one-man tent. It's pretty nice for like rain. I never set it up as a tent before, but I've used it as a blanket once. So yeah, it's nice. I just put it there because I think it looks cool. I don't want to really open this up because I have random stuff in there that's not really important to like Airsoft at all, aside from like bug spray. But here, I'll just, but yeah, you can get the idea. It's like a drawstring bag. And actually, I can't do this with one hand, but if you ever get your hands on one, you can actually open this part up and it's like a little flap that you could put like, say like laminated flag or laminated maps or whatever else you really want to put in there. Probably like paper stuff. And on this side, it's just a water bottle pouch. I just carry a 500 in there, which I recommend more, at least 1 liter. But I just carry 500 in there because of how it's like, well, it's for Airsoft, right? And 500 should be fine for that 1 hour game. If I need more, then, well, I'll deal with that later. But, yeah, I recommend carrying more. I also have a little bit of space left on the belt right here, which you could either put like, say like a little GP pouch in, maybe a medkit pouch, or if you want to use something more like survival based, which I'm not gonna say like how to survive because I'm definitely not an expert in that, but I'd maybe put like a little survival knife here or something, just a little drop down thing. And yeah, I think that's mostly how my Smersh set up. And see, when you pull it all up, it kind of looks like this. Now, what I recommend actually is, before this video is done, is how the straps are set up for this Smersh. You see, I saw a lot of videos on YouTube and just like pictures online of people only running their strap singular. So like this thing goes down only once, and it doesn't really have side support coming down to the, say your, what is this, like your 5 o'clock. And then you're like, what's this, like your 7 o'clock over here? And I think that's kind of like a waste because it seems that they give you enough straps to do that. So I think you should really loop it in like that. Because so what that does is it takes some of the weight off these straps right here and distributes it a bit better onto your 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And especially if you're hanging like heavy stuff, like say a liter bottle here, radio and dump pouch here, it really helps you distribute that weight a lot better. And that's what I'd recommend running. So to do that is, well, you strap it in normally. This is how I figured out. I just looked through pictures and stuff. I don't really want to talk about like how I did it because it was kind of a pain in the ass. But so you would loop it up through here, and then instead of looping this back down, you grab this part and you loop it, and you grab it and loop it down through here. And the trick that I found is generally this strap right here is going to be a little bit shorter, say about an inch, maybe 1.5 inches, than this 5 o'clock strap. Honestly, if you want to figure out like how it works best for you is put it on after you're done strapping it. Make sure all the straps are like the correct length by just measuring them. And then just like kind of like pull on them and see if there's any tension on them. If there's equal tension on each strap, then you know you've done it right. And yeah, that's my Smersh. Like I said, this is for airsoft, not for survival, not really for long hikes or anything. So you could probably configure it pretty easily for other stuff as well. I mean, all you gotta do really just mess around with the AK pouches, replace that with other survival gear and stuff. But I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to survival gear, so I'm not gonna go into that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this added some Smersh content to YouTube.